So it's almost 2020, a brand new year is upon us. And well, I think a lot of us are into resolutions or making goals when a new year comes. Maybe you've been thinking about this a little bit. Maybe you would like to lose some weight in 2020 and you're seeing a lot of commercials, diet commercials or exercise equipment commercials. And you're thinking about that. Or maybe you're thinking about deepening your relationship with God. Maybe you want to spend more time reading the Bible or praying to God every day. And so you have a new goal for that, to read the Bible in a year. That's another great idea. Maybe you're trying to work on a relationship. Maybe your spouse. Maybe you want to spend more time with each other. Maybe you want to take a trip together, or maybe you want to do a small group, or maybe read a book together to improve your marriage. All of that is wonderful. And it's the kind of things we think about at the beginning of a brand new year to make a goal or a resolution to improve ourselves. Now, some people love this kind of thing, and some people hate it. I think the reason that people hate New Year's resolutions and goals is because they don't last very long, typically. 2 or 3 weeks down the road, 3 or 4 weeks, we're not going to the gym anymore, we're not working on the diet, maybe we've missed our times with God, and we just get frustrated and we want to give up. So it's discouraging. But I think it's a good idea to try to work on something, to do something new for yourself in 2020 or whenever a new year starts. So I have an idea for you. If you watch my videos, you know that I talk a lot about building bridges and establishing common ground, how to have relationships with people who believe differently about God and spiritual things than you do by showing respect and kindness and graciousness. Well, as we head into a brand new year, I was thinking of something that Jesus said in Mark chapter 2 when he was talking to his disciples. He said, "I did not come to call the healthy. I came to call the sick." In other words, he was identifying the fact that those people who think they're all together, that they've got it all figured out, they're not very receptive to somebody who can share something with them. And people that are sick tend to be more humble and gracious and open and receptive. Sometimes we just hang around people that are, in our eyes or in our mind, healthy people. They go to our church, they go to our club, we hang out together all the time. And we really can't make much of an influence there because pretty much everybody thinks the same way politically and spiritually and economically or whatever. But the courageous thing for us to do is to reach out of our own comfort zone and build a relationship with someone who thinks differently than we do. Someone that is, by very definition, a challenge to some of the things that you just assume are true. And by doing that, by reaching out and establishing a new kind of friendship, you can become a richer person, they can become a richer person, your world can grow and expand. And I have a perfect example of this. A few years ago, at a national conference, I was challenged as a Caucasian pastor to build a friendship with a pastor outside of my ethnicity. And so when I came back from that conference, I reached out to an African American pastor in my community, and I asked him, can we get to know each other? Can we start having lunch every once in a while? Can I learn about your church and your faith and your experience as a pastor here in our city? And can I share with you my experiences as well? And you know what? Even in that kind of an example, we both learned, we both grew, we both enjoyed that friendship. And the fact that I expressed an interest in him and reached out to him, he was very honored by that. He was very complimented by that. So when we step out of our own comfort zone, when we reach out to someone who might not be as healthy as we are in the way we think about things, and maybe they don't think we're so healthy on the flip side, we can kind of share with one another and build rapport and build relationship. This is a courageous thing to do, and I think it would be a very cool thing for all of us to do in 2020. The courage it takes to build a friendship with someone outside of our own inner circle or our own comfort zone is because we oftentimes think of the challenges more than the benefits. We think it's going to be hard, it's going to be awkward. I might have to eat some food I don't like. I might have to go to a place I'm not familiar with. I might have to have a conversation with someone that's a little bit of a challenge, and it's not easy. It's not just normal for me. So we kind of look at all the challenges. It's going to take time. It's going to be hard, that kind of stuff. But we don't think about the benefits. We don't think about, hey, I can learn about another culture. I can learn about another perspective. I can share my perspective with them. The relationship can make me a better person. Again, it takes courage to do this. But for 2020, this is my idea for all of us, is we can't fix America. We know there's a lot of conflict on the national scene. You just watch CNN or Fox News or MSNBC, and all the anger that's out there. And this is going to be an election year, so there's going to be a lot of conflict and a lot of debate going on. We can't fix all that. But what we can do? We can't curse the darkness, but we can light a candle. And if you and I and everybody listening to this video went out and built a friendship with someone different than themselves, to have a conversation with them about God and spiritual things, and to learn from them and to share with them, I really do think that we can change the way America feels right now, at least in our own personal world and at least in our own communities. This last summer I traveled to New Zealand, and a good friend of mine invited me to go on a whitewater rafting trip. I was thrilled. I was excited about it. The day before, he took me to a beautiful pool of water with a waterfall, and he told me that people actually go down that waterfall on rafts and kayaks. I said, well, that's not me, but I'm looking forward to our trip tomorrow. The next day, we went to go whitewater rafting, and I found out we were going over that Kaituna Falls, 25 feet down from the top to the bottom. I told my friend, there's no way I'm going to take this trip. I cannot go 25 feet down in a raft. I would be terrified. I would lose my life. I'll die. There's no way I'm doing this. And he kept coaxing me, and the different people there at the whitewater rafting shop said, hey, we're gonna make sure you live through this. You're not gonna die. This is gonna be awesome. You'll never forget it. It'll be the most incredible experience of your life. And I said, no, for about a half hour. Finally, Tio said, come on, what do you got to lose? You're gonna have a great experience. We're gonna make a memory. I will be there right by your side. I will make sure you don't die. I said, fine, Tio. If I die, this is on you. You're gonna have to tell my wife and children that you forced me to do this. I signed the waiver form, put the wetsuit on, got on the raft, and I was terrified. We had a little fall, then we had another little bit larger fall, and then we got ready for the big 25-foot fall. And I was panicking. I was breathing hard. My heart was pumping. I was thinking, I have made a big mistake. I should not have done this. And over we went, and down we went. It was incredible. I don't remember it all. I know our raft flipped upside down, and I was caught underneath and finally had to come out. But at the end of the moment, guess what? I'm standing here. I'm alive. I went through something I never thought I could do. I couldn't go over a 25-foot waterfall in New Zealand, no way. But I did. And as a result of doing that, I can tell you that story and tell you that it's one of the most exciting memories and moments of my life. And that's what I'm suggesting for all of us. Do something that will take a little courage. Do something that will change the way you live your life in 2020. And you will light a candle. And you will not just yell and scream at a TV screen and curse the darkness. You will make Utah and our area and your area a better place to live in 2020. I challenge you. So in 2020, do you have the courage to build a new friendship or a relationship with someone who thinks differently about God or religion than you do? If you do, I really want to hear from you in the comment section below. Will you share with me who you're reaching out to? What spiritual background of a person that you're connecting to? What are the challenges that you're facing? And if you do it, would you let us know how it goes or what the experience was like for you? We would love to hear from you. And we hope this helps you have a great 2020. Happy New Year.